You know, if there's one thing I think I need around here, it's more trucks. There's been a ton of stuff going on lately. You guys are going to be getting video on all of it coming up real soon. But long story short, Victoria's truck is, again, roadworthy. Not quite finished. It does have to go back to the body shop. This fender arm or something right in here still needs more attention. It is very much drivable, and as a result, Victoria has been very much driving it until we had a little bit of a hiccup today. And the little bit of a hiccup today is, well, that's a serpentine belt, and we're just gonna go ahead and pull, yeah, that was a serpentine belt. So what this tells me, due to the way it has failed, is that one of our rotating accessories, be it the air conditioning compressor, power steering pump, water pump, etc., some rotating part in here has failed and seized, and then the belt broke. So what I have to do is crawl up here, because you know this was all much more accessible before we had the fan shroud and the radiator and the other parts. But I get to crawl in here and find whatever has locked up, and then we're going to replace it. So all of the rotating mechanisms that I can get to right now spin freely, spin quietly. None of them act like they have a problem. So what I need to check is the air conditioning compressor. I am extremely suspicious of this air conditioning compressor because when we replace the condenser and replace the other damaged I'm extremely suspicious of the air conditioning compressor because in the accident, the condenser was destroyed, all the refrigerant leaked out. With that, it took all the lubricating oil, known as PAG oil, out of the system. We did a new condenser, we took it to a shop in town, had the system vacuumed out, cleaned out, and was supposed to be recharged with oil and then recharged with refrigerant, and I'm not sure it got recharged with oil. So there's a potential that from not having lubricating oil in the system, the air conditioning compressor ran for a day or two and then locked up, thus destroying the belt. The reason the pulley on the air conditioner might be turning fine now is because the truck is off, the key is off, the air conditioner is off, so there is no electric current holding that clutch in. So, do you have the keys? So with the key on, the air conditioner should have pulled in, and theoretically when I crawl under here and grab the pulley on the compressor, it should be locked up if that's the problem. Oh, I don't know if I can use this tripod sideways. Yeah, that's not gonna work. No sideways tripod. The air conditioning compressor turns freely and doesn't seem to have a problem. So this could be something that only occurs after a part runs for a little while, gets hot, things expand. So step number 2, or whatever step we're on, we need a new belt. So we're gonna go get a new belt. Our new belt is in. It was kind of a pain in the tail because there's not really good access, but now, because none of the accessories are locked up, we're going to run the truck for a little bit and see if we can find whatever is causing this thing to have the problem that it's having. I've got the new belt on, truck runs, all the rotating assemblies turned freely, they turn smoothly, nothing's making any weird noises. So I brought the truck down here with me because I have to get back to working on some tractor tires here. But I want the truck to run, and I want to be close to it so that if anything is getting hot and starting to lock up, I can hear it when it happens and get the truck shut off quickly. So I brought it down here with me. I'm gonna let it run. I'm gonna start doing tires. I'll throw links to these videos down in the description if you guys want to check them out later. So after letting the truck sit here and run most of the afternoon with no discernible issues, The next step is to go drive it. Need to chronicle this because we came back to the truck and found this cup of coffee tilted like that with the lid over there. Now, Aries and Two Shot were the only ones in the truck. And Aries, you say, has demonstrated the ability to remove a coffee cup lid without marking it. Marks. I know exactly where your daughter gets it, sir. Alright, I'm getting in now. We test drove into town, made a couple of stops, got something to eat, and noticed the faint aroma of coolant. About the same time we noticed the coolant low warning come on, so we're a little low. Now I want to see where it's going. I can smell it, I just don't see much. Oh, I see something there. Yep. Where in the heck is that coming from? Well, we have coolant just there on top of the water pump. Yes, I know that harness is unplugged. Long story, have the parts for it. Where is it coming from? Is it... I'm not convinced that it's coming out of that water pump. I need to get this thing home and get a pressure tester on it. Alright, we're at the auto parts store. Due to the leak, we are a little low on coolant. Actually not that low, but grab some premix ELC and we're going to go ahead and fill it up before we head home. I don't know what this bus is, but it's been parked here for a couple of days. Painted lettering and the mailbox numbers on the back. Yeah, what do you think of the bus? Comment down below and tell me. Well, we are home. It is getting dark, so I'm going to wrap this video up here. I got a lot of videos coming, including the tires on the Massey Ferguson down here. I'm going to be talking about how I got into farming and ranching as a first generation guy. We're going to have whatever ends up being the rest of the issue with this thing leaking coolant. That'll be in its own video because I'm about to start looking for that. It's about 8:30 at night right now, so by the time I get done with that and get in and get edited, it's you know, we're just gonna wrap this video up now. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see how this plays out, and yeah, more later. So that's not great. Obviously that is our problem. I'm gonna see if I can shorten this hose up a little bit and cut that section out. That's not gonna be a permanent fix, but it's like 9 o'clock on a Thursday night and there is absolutely no hope of getting any parts anywhere today or tonight. So if I can shorten that thing up, it should be drivable, but we're gonna need to buy a new radiator hose in the morning. Let's see what we can do with this now, though.